What's going on, YouTube? Claic, Yuzolt back with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video. Finally, they released the news. Please, Goomy, stop releasing the news on Thursday. It makes my job way harder. You gotta cram everything in really quick. Anyway, we got some news to go over today, along with some compensation news. We got a lot of stuff to cover. So first, we're gonna talk about this banner, and while it makes me so mad that they did this to Awaken Rain. Alright, so we get Shilt, Shantoto, Awaken Rain, which is not to be confused with CG Rain. This is not CG Rain. There is no CG animation with his limit burst. And then we get Mediena. And a lot of you people out there might be asking, who the heck is Mediena? Well, Mediena was another one of the EX units. So in JP, you know how you get units through the EX point system, the FFBE EX point system. Here, Mediena apparently was another one you could get, but they're just slapping it right on the banner with my boy Awaken Rain, making him much harder to obtain. Thank you for that. That's not a real thank you. I hate that. Anyway, so it makes this banner really hard to pull on. So let's just go through and talk about it real quick. Let's talk about my boy Awaken Rain. Oh, before we go into that, when you pull on this banner, you get a free 3-star Trust Moogle for Awaken Rain or Medina's Trust Mastery, or you get a all 5% Trust Mastery Moogle 4-star with every 10+1 summon. If you look down here, the chance of getting a 5% Trust Moogle will be low. So every time you do a 10+1 summon, you get a Trust Moogle for either Rain or Mediena, and you might get a 5% one, but it says low. We don't know what the odds are on that. And this is going out tomorrow, guys. Awaken Rain is essentially a magic cover tank. So similar to your Shilt, who's on the banner, Mystia, Bosch, and Chow, he's going to do the same kind of job. He has a 5-star base going up to 6-star. Protector of Lapis. It's a materia non-stackable. Boost HP by 20% and Spirit by 40%. And fill the limit burst gauge every turn. This is a great TMR, right? You throw that on your CG Nickel, you're gonna be able to be using his limit burst up quite often. You also get a lot of spirit on that guy with some HP. Third on CG Fina. This is a supports dream. I love it. Very good TMR. Now let's talk about Awaken Rain. I've researched him a lot, and I just don't think, unless you're like me, unless you're like Hal, these guys who just love Rain, just really want him just to have him as a character, you really probably don't need to be pulling on this guy. Bosch and Chow will do the job better than him. They both have better 7-stars in the future. Awaken Rain has yet to get his enhancements, so he may well, Chow doesn't have a 7-star, excuse me, Bosch, sorry. Bosch 7-star is better. Awaken Rain hasn't gotten his enhancements, so that could push him past Bosch, but right now, for sure, Awaken Rain is not doing it. Honestly, Awaken Rain, what he brings with him, utility-wise, is he has a lot of damage, that magic damage that is dealt by applying his spirit. So you could have a build where you build him up a lot of spirit, obviously as a magic AoE cover tank, and then he can do that damage through the spirit stat, do the magic damage. But other than that, he literally, if you have any kind of magic AoE cover tank, you're not gonna need him. I'm not saying that I won't pull for him, because I love Rain. Rain is my favorite Final Fantasy Brave Exvius main character, so the ones that are getting CGs, obviously through the first season of CGs here. During season 2 of the story, I'm just gonna keep saying different seasons. Anyway, so I just don't think people out there should be wasting their Lapis, especially when you have a half a chance of getting him. If you're specifically looking in the market for a magic AoE cover tank, when you could be getting Shilt, who I think does the job just as well. Maybe not as much stats, but it really, magic cover tanks essentially become smack him with the element resist all the way up to 100% and they cover. That's their job. That's what they do. And I just think that if you have Shield or Mystia, you don't need to be summoning on this banner. But let's go ahead and move down and talk about Mediena then. Mediena is a mage, 5-star base going to 6-star, so you're going to have a half chance of getting, a 25% chance of getting her, 25% chance of getting Rain, and then a 50% chance of getting whatever else is in the field there. Let's look at this Trust Master here. It is stackable. It looks like a dual wield. Boost magic when equipped with a rod or robe, and enable dual wielding of single-handed weapons. So, this right here is an insane TMR. Right? So if you throw this on a mage, which is obviously what you're going to do, you can dual wield rods here, and you're going to boost up your magic, right? So this is very, very good. So you no longer have to put Genji Glove on and not be worried about getting the magic. You no longer have to put dual wield on and not worry about getting the magic. This is going to give both to you. Now, do remember that we are getting Item World, which we're going to talk about here in a minute, and it starts getting very easy to hit that 300% cap on magic. However, this TMR is still amazing. Very, very good. Now let's talk about Mediena as a unit. Mediena is actually pretty strong. She has a lot of the Aga spells, so meaning that the more you cast them, you know, like Erosia, Firaja, and then I think she has Blizaja too. But then she also has Tornado, so she's another Tornado Chainer, which is amazing, just like Shentoto on this banner. Tornado Chainers make 10 mans and trials really, really, I wouldn't say easy, but a lot easier because the chaining with that is insane. And then she can also do the whole Tornado with Erosia finish, which is awesome with Barbarisa, so you have another partner you can put with her. She also has a nice big hitting ice move that is bigger than the Blizaja, so bigger than the Aja spells that she can build up if she would like to. I like how you see the little elements. She has fire. Oh, she can also do light. She has the light one as well. She can also imperil some of these elements, making her, I think it's 50%, so it's not the highest in the world, but making her okay. Of course, she has dual cast. You know, I don't even know why they just mentioned these abilities. Like when you're looking at a unit, so when I look at a mage, I'm like, I want to know what kind of magic damage she can do. Rod Mastery, Eternal Witch. All right, that's what I wanted to know. It's like, nah, that's not what you want to know. But anyway, she essentially will serve the purpose of a Tornado Chainer with some Aja spells thrown on top. She's a very good mage, again, because of that. But she's not really that much worth pulling for if you already have some Tornado Chainers on your own. I mean, Lexa can serve the purpose not as well as she can. Obviously, she covers a lot more elements. But, you know, it's just, again, these two just seem like, especially with the 7-star meta coming up, like, I don't know. I mean, they both get 7 stars. They're just not the best in the world. So just take that with a cup of tea. Shilt, another magic AoE cover tank. So if you really need a magic AoE cover tank, that's what I'll say. Pull in this banner. Hope to get Shield at least to make sure you can start doing a lot of these trials. And then you have Shentoto, who we know what Shentoto does. Her role is to Tornado Chain and then, you know, build that up with other people with Erosia finishers. So that's it. So total on that banner, should you be pulling on it? Probably not. A lot of you probably not. Pull on it if you want rain. And next week, we're having the Star Ocean collab. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Fujimoto-san on all the FFBE social medias have revealed that the Star Ocean collab is coming out next week. Now, if those units don't get boosted, they pretty much suck too. Sadly, Fate, I love Fate, spelled him with an E. There's no E at the end of his name, just so you guys know that out there. He's like the 5-star, and I love Fate. I love Till the End of Time. That's the only Star Ocean I've played, and I played it a lot on my PS2. But he's just outdated, and they didn't get 7 stars on JP. So it'd be nice if they gave a little like, you will get 7 stars in global, and look at these buffs we gave you, yay! So hopefully that comes next week. So you have Awakened Rain this week. Next week is definitely the Star Ocean raid and collab. Next up, we have the Surging Menace. Oh boy, another one of the recolored monsters we gotta fight again. Yay! But this time, you know, you probably want to do it because look at this bad boy. Wizard Rod Plus, Magic 125. Get it. That's actually really strong. So I'm gonna have to kill this guy, even though I want to boycott him so bad. So, you know, we gotta get in there and kill him. I think he's out right now, right? Yeah, he's out right now. Go kick his butt and get that Wizard Rod. And then we have the Great Explosive Festival. And let me tell you how much I laughed when I saw Dad Bomb and then Mob Bomb. Ooh! I laughed so hard for some reason. I don't know why, but I did. So essentially, this is another one of the trials that go into the Vortex Chamber of the Fallen. The Family of Bombs is going to bang, going to go out with a bang. Wait. Family of Bombs is gonna bang. Wait. All right, I'm not editing that out, but please don't kill me for that. Could their elemental properties be the shortcut to victory? Perhaps someone who has AoE cover, who has AoE resist to everything, who can resist all the elements. I mean, you could build something like that. We did that for, somebody told me Chizuru. I think it's Cooley BK was saying he's going to get Chizuru to, like, solo this. So be on the lookout for that. But, you know, you want to cover all the elements. They're going to be doing mad damage to you, etc. I'll have a guide out eventually. I'll probably be laughing the whole time at this little duo right here with their little kids. Bomb Engagement Ring. Attack plus 30, fire resist plus 30, HP plus 30. That sounds awesome. As long as you don't need to go against anything that has ice or water, because it takes your resist down by 50%, this ring is amazing. It gives you all the stats you want. Attack 30, HP 30. Dang, fire resist. Feels good, man. Let's look down at these other ones. Bomb Spirit, reduce ice resist by 50%. Fill limit burst gauge every turn, and boost fire resist by 30%. So we're getting something that's going to, again, as long as we don't need to worry about the ice resistance, that's awesome. You know, we're trying to build up that fire resist maybe for a fight. We also get LB every turn. Feels good, man. And we have to do that by activating an elemental chain 3 times or more in one turn. That's going to be real easy. That's going to be real easy. Defeat Mom Boss with a limit burst. That might be a little bit more tough. Bomb arms, boost own attack, and add fire element to own physical attack. Whoa! Is it a move? You probably have to use that, right? Or is that a passive? If that's a passive, like, and add boost own attack and add fire element to own physical. So I'm assuming it's a move, right? It's not passive. If it's passive, that's really good on any of the fixed dice users out there. This is just going to add fire. It's still really good on any of the fixed dice, right? Because you can just put it on and you just put fire on yourself, so you can add an element of fire to your fixed dice chaining. So that's pretty awesome. I'd say overall, this is a very, very good, very, very good trial. Finally, some rewards that we can get happy about here. So yeah, get in there and do that. We'll have a guide up there for that eventually. Again, the highly difficult area, we're going to be able to go in there and farm these specific ability crisps. They have really messed up how the news goes out right now. Oh, they're bringing this back for some reason. You guys remember this trial? I mean, not this trial, this King Mog event with Churi Jiraden. This thing literally happened back before I even had like 1,000 YouTube subs. Yeah, you can go do that if you want to. I don't know if that's a fire katana, right? So maybe. Moving on, let's see. Anything else in here? I don't think so. And then they talk about if you go through all of this, you can see all of the different compensation they gave us. I think the limit burst compensation was pretty good. Essentially what this means, guys, is remember how you would leave your units at a lower star level. You wouldn't evolve them. You would level up their limit burst first, and then you would evolve them and then have to level up their limit burst more. And if you didn't do it this way, you'd have to level up their limit burst a lot more than you normally would have to if you max it out. Well, they equalize it. You don't do that anymore. You can max it all the way up to 6-star and then just limit burst all the way through and you'll be fine. And so what they're doing is they're compensating us for like having to do it the other way or missing out on a lot of limit burst experience the other way. They gave us 100 burst pots. So have fun with that, leveling somebody up. That was pretty good. But the other compensation seemed really bad. Like they talk about, I think it's here, all the daily missions not being available, right? Arena bugs, all the big bugs that happened in the game. Especially were crashing, game stuck after attempting Madness Manor, so you couldn't even log into the game. You know what they're going to give you for that? 600 Lapis, 2% Trust Moogle, Gil 50,000. I like the Gil. Energy 10 times 10, and then you get some Training Boken 5,000. This is piss poor compensation. Like, holy shit. And you know me, guys. I hope you guys know me. I don't give a crap about compensation. They could give me nothing. But I'm talking about for the community. If I was playing my game and I'm like, I'm going to go take on Madam's Manor, and then I went to fight it and I was locked out of the game for the whole time until they fixed it, and they only gave me 600 Lapis and a 2%, like 1% Trust Moogles. Plus, not to mention that all you guys didn't get to do your dailies on top of that, plus all the other bugs that were going on, like, that seems really bad. I don't know why they didn't give tickets in this. I don't know why they didn't give, like, guaranteed 4-star tickets or something. But yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. So the next things we're going to talk about are going to be a little bit, they're going to come up on the screen now. We did have an apology letter sent to us from Square Enix, it seems like, so I'm going to read it out and you guys can read it on screen. To our esteemed fans, we, the development team at Square Enix, along with our partners at Gumi, are aware of the issues you are experiencing since the previous game update. We have addressed some of these issues already. Please know that we are working tirelessly to solve the rest of the issues as soon as possible. We aim to continually communicate updates through our social channels. Moving forward, our goal is to increase our communication with you, our players, to make sure we keep everyone up to date on the changes coming to the game. We sincerely apologize that these issues may have impacted your enjoyment of the game. We will do our best to make things right. We humbly thank you for supporting and playing Final Fantasy Brave Exvius over the past 2 years, and are looking forward to sharing all the exciting content to come with you. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius team. So essentially what they're saying here is that they apologize for all the bugs. They're going to work together with Gumi. Square Enix and Gumi are going to come together, make the game experience better. The communication is going to get better to you guys through the social media outlets. And they're going to do better moving forward, which, you know, if we take it as it is, that's a good thing. They're saying that. But they've said that kind of before, so we're kind of hoping that there are bigger changes this time, right, guys? We're hoping for some changes, like making the news not exactly the day it comes out to screw over your content creators. Anyway, and a lot, you know, that's the hype of the game too, right? Like, why did the news shift to after maintenance? It's like now we're like we used to like see the news, we're like, ooh, it's coming out Friday, and then it would be like, ooh, we got the patch. Now let's see what the data mine is, and then it was like the stuff is out. It was building hype throughout the week, and now they just took that away from us. We can't do that anymore. I don't like that. So please fix that. Hopefully the communication gets better through the social media channels. I mean, I know I'll play a lot of other different games. They also talk a lot more than Gumi does, and we don't know who's responsible for Gumi or Square Enix not commenting a lot on this. So it may just be a team choice, or a big head choice. They're just like, hey, we need to make sure the problems are solved before we say anything to you guys, because a lot of the time what you'll get from these companies, these PR teams, is they'll just be like, oh, we're working on it, we'll get back to you as soon as possible, and then the next answer is the exact same thing, right? So I'm not sure what exactly people want. I mean, if they want that, that's cool. I don't really care about that as much. I don't need them like patting me on the back telling me it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, but maybe other people do. Because essentially, if they release a time, like, it's going to be okay in 3 hours, and they don't reach that 3 hours, just like with the maintenance that they do a lot in this game, people lose their shit. Like, what do you mean the game's not up in 3 hours? You said it would be up in 3 hours. So most of the companies, and it looks like Gumi's taking this out, is like, I'm just not going to say shit. Like, I'm not going to say when the game's going to be good. I'm not going to say when these bugs are going to be fixed. Because if I do and it's not right, you guys will kill us even more, so we're just going to stay silent. I think that's worse than saying the other way, because I can understand it's like, it'll be up in 3 hours. Oh, sorry, ran into a hitch, 4 hours. I'm better with that. I would rather have like actual updates about the game instead of just, oh, we're getting everything fixed soon. I hate that one. I prefer the time slotted one, but I can see why companies would do that. The next thing we need to talk about, for some reason, isn't showing up in any of the news. We're going to pull that up as well. It is the item world. And this is not showing up on my iPad, my iPhone, or my Nox, which is Amazon version of the app. Now, I haven't accessed an Android version of the app, but hey, here we go. Here's what's up on, and I'm hoping that they didn't just like decide, hey, we're not going to release this. That's all I'm hoping, but they have it right here. New dungeon, Steel Castle Malficia. Okay. It comes out Friday in the last 1 week, as you can see, so it's going to go until the next week when Star Ocean comes out. They have had raids and item world at the same time in JP, so that's not something to really be worried about here. So guys, I'm gonna have a complete guide to this tomorrow. I'm gonna show you step by step of me playing the item world. So I'll give you a brief overview. You guys can look over all of this essentially, and we're also, just to let you know, we're also getting, it looks like, the better version of item world. So the updated version of item world, because in JP I think they used to have 5. They used to have 5 orbs to use. So in item world, when you enter, you don't use energy. It looks like you're using a system of orbs just like Raid, but we get 10 of them. And so when you enter, you select one of the equipment for the enhanceable equipments. So when we first get it, we have daggers, katanas, rods, and guns. And I do believe that's better than JP got it first. I think JP only got one thing. And then every time item world comes back out, which should be every month, they add a new one, and then you can do the past ones, right? So here we're getting these 4. Next time they may add another one, and then we can do all of them at the same time. And each of these will have each of these weapons will have like a best in slot passive, right? And so what we want to get with short swords, which are daggers, is we want high tide to fill up limit burst fill rate. If you could put that on a tank, on a support unit, I mean, even on somebody that wants to use daggers, I mean, limit burst fill rate, just to add it to the dagger, is really, really awesome. Katana can have boost HP and attack by 15%. We can see the rod here can get a boost MP and magic by 15%. And then the gun can get attack 30, it looks like. So, hey, that's what the gun can get. And then there are other abilities, as you can see. You can boost HP, MP, attack, defense, magic, and spirit all the way up to 15%. That's the higher end. You can get auto regen, which is your HP going up. Auto refresh, which is your MP going up. Defense auto boost and spirit auto boost can also be thrown in there. We don't really care about those too much. So essentially, and the odds of getting these are kind of low. It goes up as like the higher like top tier ones. I think it's 0.3%. Yeah, 0.3% in the first couple floors, but as you move up, I think it goes up to like a 2.3% or something like that on floor 10. So it is going to be a lot of grinding. It reminds me of like getting drops in Diablo and like looking what rolls on them. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I think this is going to be definitely something we needed in the game. We needed something different to do than we have been doing, and this is going to break that and allow us to get stronger. Allow some people, even if they don't have TMRs, you can throw this on other weapons and make them stronger. So it's very, very exciting. Again, a full guide for this is coming out tomorrow, where I will just actually step-by-step show you how it works through the global version of the game. It'll be out tomorrow. So that's all the news. I do believe that I caught everything this week. I do need to mention that I will not be here Friday for my pool session. I have a wedding to attend. Friday's the rehearsal. Saturday's the actual wedding. Sunday, I am setting up a whole new dual PC stream set up here, so that's going to take me a while to troubleshoot. But I will be pulling for Awakened Rain, even though it kills me they added another 5-star to the banner. And I think I'm going to save those for Monday's stream. So probably Monday night at 8 p.m. EST, we'll be doing our pulls for Awakened Rain if you want to catch that. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you got Item World in your app, if you're Android, because I can't find it anywhere. And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you in the next video.